Today is elections day in Nigeria, and you know how it can be. Well, this is how my day went. I started my day at 6 a.m. I went out of the house to go and grind my son's food. It was a lonely walk. Everywhere was still dark, and the streets were empty as expected. As I went to grind, immediately I came back. I started boiling rice because I already had stew in the fridge. While boiling rice, my house help came to the house. She knocked and I went to open the door for her. I called her to come to the house because I wanted her to stay with my son. Today is not her work day, but I needed someone to stay with my son at home. I ate breakfast alongside my husband and off we went out of the house. We set out together, but our polling units were different. They were at two opposite ends. And before now, he had been asking me to tell him where my polling unit is so that he can help me with directions. But as a stubborn head girl now, I refused to tell him. So we went out, and that was when I started looking for my venue, my polling unit, I mean. I checked on Google, and Google Maps carried me to where I did not know. I followed it. It was like a 5 minutes walk, and I went alone because, like I said, my husband's polling unit was different. I walked and I did not have what to do. I was listening to music and admiring my shadow. See if I can get As we were going now. Your destination is on the left. My destination is on the left, okay? Person house. So I stopped someone and I asked him for direction. I said, please, where's this so place? And they directed me. I said, okay, it was a long walk from where I was standing, but it was a shorter walk from where my house is located. But I did not mind. I continued my Israelite journey. As I went, I saw someone who was going my way and we walked together. It was a cool walk. We gisted, talked about the elections and all of that. So after a while, he saw one of his friends and he stopped his friend. He asked him where we're going to the polling units, and the friend told us where it was. Then the friend offered to take me to the place. Thank God I don't see free ride. I took the bike and we went. We got to my polling unit and I saw a crowd. Hey, it was not even funny. This was just like 9 o'clock or after 9, some around that time. But people don't choke. Una no sleep for una house. I be waiting their call. I went, I collected a number. I was number 82. And that was a long number, man. I saw people that I knew. That's Pastor Yemi standing in native. And then I also saw one of my husband's friends. I greeted them and I sat down. I started admiring myself. Fine girl, no pimples. Anyway, from home, I had already told my husband that I was going to make friends at my polling unit. I didn't have what to do. I went on Instagram. I scrolled through the comments. It was that post where they said Kogi State Governor dug a hole for people not to vote, and the people were rebuilding the road, And then one small fight started. Now, as usual, I was expecting fights to burst. So after a while, I couldn't wait. I was tired. This was 10:30. I said, okay, let me go home. I went home, drank cold Zobo that I had made in the fridge. Then I was ready to go back. I dressed up again and then I went out of the house. My son was just there with my house help. They were just chilled. Then I went. I continued. I went back to my polling unit and then I met a new friend. This guy was talking about history. Oh my God. At a point I was bored, but well, I didn't have a choice. I had to listen because he was making a lot of sense. I learned a lot from him. He talked a lot about various topics, but majorly on election. It was a good conversation we had. That was my first friend. He was chewing gum. After a while, he offered me gum, and I was wondering, I hope my mouth is not smelling. Hey. After a while, my number was called. I went and joined the queue. Finally, hey, I had hope. Only for me to get there for verification, and they said that was not my polling unit. After 4 hours. Anyway, I started walking again to my new polling unit. This time around, I was tired. My tired was tired. I was trying to maintain beauty, but the beauty refused to be maintained. Omo, no be my fault. The sun was too much. I was exhausted and hungry too. I saw another friend along the way. She also was directed to the new polling unit, and we walked there together. Guess what? We got there and there was nobody there, like no queue at all. Can you beat that? And I was imagining, like, if I had gone there since 9 a.m. that I left the house, I know how fast I would have finished. By 9:30, I would have gone back home. This new polling unit, I didn't spend up to 5 minutes. I casted my votes and I left. I was surprised, like, why did these people not tell me since? Why did they have to make me wait for 4 hours? I got my ballot paper, I voted, casted my votes, and pew, I was on my way home. I was so happy this time around, and I was chewing the gum that I was offered. Oh, I was so happy. Anyway, I pray that the best man will win. I left and I got home. I removed my wig because I cannot come and kill myself. I went back to factory settings. I cannot come and kill myself. I've tried my best. I've done my civil rights. Right? Yes, I have. So I came back home. I saw my house help and my son sleeping. And I gisted her all that I went through, like the whole stress, wahala. Anyway, my prayer is let the best man will win. Let God's will be done. Amen.